All right, everybody, listen to that crowd. It is episode 19, and guess what? It is playoff time. And I'll give you a scenario, right? And I'll give you an example of what my world is like, right? My predictions generally, right? In like I'll use college basketball bracket each year. What I do, I go through. I got my lineup, and I end up with something like Wichita State to win it all, and I don't realize how I actually got there. Usually, that's what happens to me. But Maddie, not this time. This time I have Duke, I have UConn, North Carolina. This time I nail my bracket with my predictions. At the end of this episode, I will give you my predictions. And speaking of the end of the episode, today's episode 19 is brought to you by New Jersey Medical Colonoscopy Centers. Let's let them get up in there and get a screening today. It could save your life. So there you go. We got a sponsor. I know people are shouting out, want us to get more sponsors. So there's a sponsor. Love the colonoscopy people. Last 4 episodes, I'd say, Maddie, right? I've said this quote, and I will tell you right now, I have to calm down to do this episode. That's how excited I am. I have won 8 straight. I have a first round bye, which I don't even know what it feels. Man, I'm going to ask you later on what it feels like. How do you act in that first round bye when you don't have a matchup and you don't see your players and you're just in this it's just euphoria, right? So Christian, if my mind can conceive it, if my heart can believe it, then I can achieve it. The great one, Muhammad Ali. I've said that quote since I've started this winning streak, 8 straight. The person to my right, I humiliated last week, and he's out of the bye week, and now he has to play Mikey. Before we get into all of that, we have another controversy. I'll take us back to episode 1 when Maddie claimed, and Maddie, has this come full circle or what?
Absolutely.
When you claim, I don't know I'll say you claimed Pat Jr. May have some sort of CTE from his days in the arena, in the octagon. He talked about it a little bit and said he lost his last 4 starts, took a beating, and now it's come full circle. So, Maddie, I'm not gonna get into the playoffs. Christian, sit tight. We're gonna get to you. Andy, sit tight. We're gonna get to you. But I promised my co-host that I would give him the floor. So, Maddie, the floor is yours.
All right, thanks, Dave. Listen, before I start, I just want to say congratulations to everybody in the playoffs. You know, you guys earned it week after week. You all deserve to be there, except for one team. That's Nelly's Nipples. They should not be in the playoffs. It should be me. Thank you, Dave. As we know, in week 9 of this season, Pat lost to Johnny 265-303. But in that matchup, he played one guy on IR and another on a bye week. If he would have just played his running back on his bench, he would have beat him. It's absolutely a disgrace. And as you know, I missed the playoff race by just 1 game after dedicating my season to John Beam. I won 3 straight after his death. There's nothing else I could do for him. I finished the season 6-8. Johnny just snuck in at 7-7. He would also be 6-8. And I have more points, I would be in the playoffs.
Wow.
It's unbelievable. I think, let me finish, Dave.
Yep.
First of all, the CTE is real. I mean, I've been talking about doing testing since the first week. It's ridiculous that it hasn't been done. The blame is to put on Pat. It is also to put on the commissioner.
Wow.
There should be something in effect where that, I don't know what should be in effect. That's your job to do, but you better figure it out soon.
Wow.
I had one more point, but I'm too furious to even talk about it right now.
Well, Maddie, let me interrupt you for a second, and I'll say most of your commentary was valid. I was you and I talked about it.
Oh yeah, I figured I remember my point.
Oh, there you go.
I just want to say before I said that I think Pat should be forced to take on a co-owner, and after some deep thinking, I don't think that I was in the right thinking, and I want to change my mind. I think he should be thrown out of the league. He should be banished, picked out of the group chat. Thank you. Yeah, he should be picked out of the group chat, out of the league, and I hope he ruptures Achilles every 60 for the rest of his life.
Okay. Now, just to give some context, Pat Jr. literally just got out of surgery, and you're bashing the man, not here to defend himself, lays in a hospital bed recovering from major Achilles tendon surgery, and you're bashing the man. And I'll go back to, what did you say, week 8?
Week 9.
Week 9. I'll go back to week 9. The commissioner and our office was furious at not sending the lineup. Furious. Past commissioners have let it slide. They set the precedent for what happened in week 9. I was furious. I wanted him out of the league. My co-host at the time was more level-headed because it wasn't personal, right? So, Matty, you're making it personal instead of making a prudent business decision for the league. I take myself out of the ownership role when I talk about how we should handle league events. I don't make it personal. You've made this personal, and I don't think that's appropriate. What I will say and what I will mandate, now I say mandate, and then your brother Mikey's going to cry about we need a league vote, and that's part of the problem. I will mandate Pat will not be allowed in next year's draft if he doesn't come with a co-owner that has access to his lineup that we approve, right? He can't just come up, like I said in one of the episodes, he can't have his daddy because his daddy's as crazy as he is. He's got to have a reputable partner, right, that comes to the draft with him and has access to his team to set a lineup. Only way we can guarantee that the lineup's set for that young man who's going through a lot. So, Matty, I've given you the stage.
Yeah,
I appreciate your commentary, most of it. I don't like arrows being slung at yours truly, but let's look past that.
Let's look past
that.
Move on.
What I will say, Matt, to close that chapter in your season, because your season is over. It was over last week. Well, there you go. It was over last week. I know you've won 3 straight. I know you're still going through the loss of John Bean.
Thanks. Yep.
Right? And the 3 wins are you should be proud of what you've accomplished. Matt, there's going to be a new champion this year. There's going to be a new name to the league, a new name to the podcast, and we're here to talk about the playoffs.
Yep.
I want you on this episode. You're my co-host, and frankly, your breakdown of what's going through owners' minds and what they should do. And I'm sure they're all going to listen to this episode. I know they will. It's one of the reasons Cheech's on. I don't want him on, but he demanded he be on because he knew you'd be here. He wants to get your insight on what he should do with his team. I can guarantee you that. And the man to my right, he better listen to you because his playoff experience is lackluster at best.
Yep.
Now, that being said, Christian, welcome to the show. We're only 8 minutes in, Maddie. All right.
No.
Don't interrupt your host. Andy, welcome to the show. Christian, you play Nipples this week, and we're going to get into that in a little while. But the matchup of the week, Maddie.
Matchup of the year.
They just do not like each other.
No, not
and their relatives. Andy versus Mikey. Game of the week, game of the century.
Yeah.
Oh, I hope it ends. I'm going to get you my scenario as we get into this. But I just want to give some highlights, and feel free, Andy or Maddie, to chime in. Andy, right now, he was at 53%, right? So we had a Drake London issue.
Yep.
When I started writing my notes, let's go to what's Andy at right now.
He hasn't replaced his flex yet.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, so we don't know what he's going to do. But here's what I have a problem with. I don't see Etienne playing this week, right? We know Drake London's out now. So if Etienne doesn't play, I think I like Mikey, right? The bigger issue for Andy is that Etienne plays on Monday night. So does he roll the dice? Does he throw somebody in there, or does he wait with Etienne in the lineup and have to make a move on Monday for what's left on the waiver wire?
I haven't thought about that.
Maddie, how do you work through that situation?
Well, listen, David. I mean, it's tough.
I mean, it's a real life situation. What do you do? I'm sure you've been in it many times.
Well, right. The good thing is that he also has Waddle playing in the flex, and of course, if both are playing, Etienne is going to get the start. So if he is planning on starting Waddle, then he should have no problem because he could just replace Etienne. But the thing that
Wait a minute. Take me back there.
Yeah. So Andy has Waddle in his flex right now.
Yep.
So explain this in 15 seconds.
If on Monday night Etienne decides to play, he can take out Waddle and just play Etienne in the flex anyway. He'll have Warren. It's not really hard of a concept to grasp.
Well, you're making it hard to grasp.
It is for me.
Making it more difficult.
Yeah, he's making it more complicated. Andy, Matty's still upset about the Pat Jr. I know he is. Matty, get in the shot, please. You're falling out of the shot. So why don't we ask the owner?
Yeah,
why don't we ask the owner, and then Matty and Christian can chime in. I'll chime in. Andy, what's your strategy around HN?
Well, first off, Dave, thanks for having me. It's been too long. You might be asking why I'm wearing this hoodie for the intro. It's an homage to one of the greatest coaches of all time, Bill Belichick. Hoodies up. I'm going to beat Mike by 200. But Achan, I have Achan's backup already, who had 47 points in his absence in half a game.
Oh, he's on your bench?
He's
Is he-
already on my bench.
Oh.
And I also have Jalen Warren on my bench, who also plays on Monday night. So it took Maddie 30 minutes to explain that.
I didn't realize
I
Warren was playing on Monday
I have
night.
stuff for this. You think I don't have stuff for this?
Are you saying that Matty might have lost something up his fastball at 6 and 8?
He's throwing 68 outside.
Wow.
That's his fastball right now.
I just want to say I did not realize Warren was playing Monday night.
That's fine. That's fine, Matty.
No,
I
he
put on
should
the
have done some
spot.
research.
So I also, Andy, Warren in your lineup, right? What about Hampton? Talk to me about Hampton. What you're going to do?
Yeah, I'm pretty much dead set on playing Hampton. The Dolphins defense started off slow, but in the last 5 weeks, they're the number 1 points per game defense versus running backs. They held James Cook to a slow game. They held Breece Hall to a slow game.
Yeah.
I think they'll do the same with Warren. Monday night snow game might help Warren, but Hampton's so talented. I think I trust him more to maybe make a big play or something.
Okay, he looked good last week. Yeah,
Yeah, he looked
What
great.
did he have last week?
I think he had like 35.
Okay.
He was split.
You're happy
touches
with that?
too.
Hampton had
He's split
33.
touches.
33. Okay. So all right. So Andy, are you saying right now, if we looked at your lineup, is it set?
No, it's set besides the tight end position. Yeah, Kyle Pitts is questionable, and without Drake London, they've been loving Kyle Pitts. So I'm thinking about it. I'm worried about Tyler Warren with no QB, but I got some decisions to make there at the tight end position. But besides that, it's set.
When do you think you lock in?
Probably Sunday at like 12:45.
No Thursday players. No Thursday.
I don't think so. No, I don't have any
don't
Thursday
think so?
players. I know so.
I can chime in on this.
Yeah,
Well, if he decides to start Kyle Pitts, that is tomorrow night.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, so
Thank
Kyle
you,
Pitts-
Christian.
So I'll decide that Thursday at 7:45 if he plays.
And what's the ramifications of Kyle Pitts getting in your lineup? Who's out?
I take out Tyler Warren, who I have some worries about with no.
Well, who's
QB.
quarterbacking? Yeah, we don't even
Right
know.
now, it's Brett Ripien, who quarterback for the Bengals a couple times. They also signed Phillip Rivers,
I actually I picked up Phil
who is
Rivers today.
actually might be older than the podcast.
I
host
picked up Phil
right
Rivers
here.
today. He's close. It's close.
Yeah,
All right, so you're going to do something about Warren. Warren, I like Hampton over Warren.
Hampton's
but,
pretty much a lock.
yeah. Okay.
Should be.
And
If I
Andy,
may
frankly,
interject too,
Yeah, go ahead,
one
Cheech.
guy on Drew's lineup that is on his bench that has been on fire
Yep.
Yeah,
is Michael
Who's
Wilson.
I know what he's gonna say. I mean,
yeah, I know.
If Marvin Harrison Jr. is out, I know they're playing the Texans.
It's a must start.
Now here's So I'll comment on that. If Marvin Harrison Jr. does get ruled out, that'll be another decision I'll have to make.
Wow. See, this is what we see every year with Andy. He's not prepared for the playoffs. He's not prepared for the playoffs. And you know what he's
I
going to do?
apologize. I have
You
too
know what
many weapons.
You know what he's going to do? He's going to tinker.
Oh, 100%.
He's going to tinker late night, and it's going to cost him. Let me run through. So here's what I would say about Andy's team. It's about Chase and it's about Waddle. If they have good games, and Etienne in or out won't matter as much, let's say. But if both Chase and Waddle disappear this week, like they have in the past, it's a problem. Matty?
Yeah, I mean, look, Waddle has been inconsistent since his first day in the league, since he was a rookie. But that doesn't really concern me. What I want to talk about real quick is just back to Christian's point about Michael Wilson. I think with or without Michael Harrison, if this guy was on my team and I had a
Your
first
team
round,
stinks. That's why
first
you're
round.
playing.
Andy?
I don't see how you don't play this guy. He's putting up Puka Nacua numbers. He's had 18, 15, 16 targets out of his last 4 games with 11, 10, and 15 catches. I just can't believe.
Why wouldn't you play him?
Because when Marvin Harrison started, he had 3 catches for 36 yards versus a bad Tampa Bay defense.
Okay, so let me ask you a question.
He's like,
Hey,
tunnel vision.
We're not going to talk over. We're not going to talk over. Let me ask you a question. Is it possible, and Christian, I want your opinion on this, and Matty, you know how I feel about my co-host. Is it possible that Matty is sowing some seeds of doubt into Andy
No.
to benefit his little stupid baby.
I mean, he didn't win between the months of September.
No.
and November.
I'm
I don't
saying
care about his opinion.
No. So you don't. You're
Five-time
No,
champion.
I don't.
Christian, any thoughts on Matty being a spy for Mikey and trying to manipulate Andy's mind?
No, I don't think there's any sort of manipulation here.
Hmm.
You know, I will say though, looking at Drew's bench, it's stronger than most other benches in the league, so he does have some tough tinkering decisions. There's another guy I didn't realize he was on your team either. Terry McLaurin versus the Giants.
Yeah.
Christian against the Giants.
The Giants have been terrible.
Yep.
I almost look at this and say,
the only thing with McLaurin,
quarterbacks.
Who's quarterbacking for Mariota will be quarterback.
Yeah.
How did he do it with Mariota in the lineup? So I had McLaurin as a comment, Christian. Literally, my next comment, I said I think I play him. It just.
I mean,
and this is why
it's
I
tough.
said
He's got tough
guys. They got too many guys.
this is why I said at the beginning of this episode I had to calm myself down. There is so much going on, and it is. And I'm going to get it. The matchup is, like I said, it's adversary versus adversary. It's Batman versus Superman in that movie. It's going to be a dogfight. I hope it's close. I think it's going to be because they both stink, frankly. But let me jump into a little bit of Mikey. I just don't like Mikey's team at all. I really don't. So Mikey's got. I really don't. Matt. It's not a good team.
No.
It's not a good team. So listen, Bucky Irvin has looked good, but he's got a tough matchup with Atlanta, right?
Not really.
Well,
It's not a tough match.
Yeah, pretty bad actually.
Drake London's out. So who does Mikey go to on that bench?
No.
His team stinks.
There's a reason that he hasn't put in that flex spot because he doesn't have a lot of good options.
He doesn't have anything, right? So here's what I'm worried about for Mike, right? And I'll tell you what, Matty, it could get out of control for Mike quick this weekend. Josh Allen. Josh Allen's great, right? He's great. He saved Mikey. In week 5 versus New England, he had 52 points. Had a great game. That being said, that was in Buffalo, right? If you dive into Josh Allen, you look at his numbers on the road, I say he averages about 38. I think it's a little less than that. He had one good game on the road against Miami, who stinks. All other games, low 30s. Now he's going to New England. You're probably going to have bad weather, and New England's a good team, and they know how to coach. So, Matty, am I right to be concerned about it? Because if Josh Allen lays an egg, it's over.
I mean, you're definitely right to be concerned about Josh Allen. He's always kind of been a somewhat boomer bust. His bust is like 30, to be fair, but it's usually like
he gets 30 for Josh Allen. This season's over.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. But here's the thing: I don't think he will. Like you said before, he played on the he played New England. He had 52, and you said
that was in Buffalo though.
Yeah, but he
played
his
on the road numbers
in September.
He played on the road against Miami. I know Miami's not that good.
I just covered that.
It's he's not even listening. All he cares about is the path thing.
I'm saying I know they're not a great team, but that's a road game, a road divisional game. Like I'm sure he's going to do the same amount.
In 90-degree weather.
I'm sure he's going to play just as hard. And maybe even better because the Pats are actually a good team. The Miami's sucks. He's gonna have to try a lot harder. I think he's gonna have a great.
So you think he's gonna try more? That's your analysis. He's gonna try harder against New England.
I think it's gonna be a closer game. It's gonna be a lot of scoring, is what I'm saying. And I think Josh Allen's gonna have a great game.
I think you came into this episode unprepared, just like you did the first 6 weeks of this season. I'm going to leave it at that. I do like Fannin, the move with Sanders. I think that was a nice move by Mikey.
To get him, yeah.
Fannon's always that. He's been up, on and off teams all year. But if you look at the targets with Sanders, who's starting through the year, Fannon's a good move. So how do you see it playing out, Matty? Talk to me. What are your keys to the matchup with Andy and Mike?
I think Andy wins. I mean, his team is better. His team is better. Mike,
what's the keys to both teams? Give me some keys.
Well,
get in the shot, Matt, please.
The biggest factor,
screaming to Mike.
A big factor is who is Mike going to play in his flex. I don't think he has any good options to put in there. I think his best option is probably Rome with Doomsday and hope he has a big game, but he sucks.
He's questionable too, isn't he?
Yeah.
Well, he's questionable too,
He's
isn't he?
questionable.
Yeah.
Look, Rico's a big question
Oh.
mark. I mean, Pickens is playing great defense. I mean,
Pickens is awful. This week.
it's just it's a lot of bad stuff for Mike.
The only thing I would say is that if CD's out,
Yeah.
Pickens will have a game.
Yeah,
Right? Should have
True.
a game. And Andy thinks CD's going to play. I don't see it. Christian, we'll get into that in a
he's
minute.
gonna play.
I mean, he looked like
He was
I don't want to. He looked like Pat Jr. in the second round of his final fight. That's what he looked like. So yeah, we'll get into that when we talk about the next matchup.
I think another key for Andy. I think Jamar Chase is going to go absolutely nuclear against Baltimore. I mean, he might have 90 points.
Yeah.
Here's the thing about Andy though: is it's a playoff week. Like we said before, he's got a lot of options. A lot of tinkering can be done. You know he's going to make the wrong decision. You know he's going to make the wrong decision. He always does.
Like you did the first 10 weeks of the year.
He always does.
Yep. Before we get into the second game, Andy, any other comments on your matchup? Predictions if you want to give a prediction.
Yeah, I'll say, just simply put, if Devon HM plays, I'm extremely confident in this team, not only this week, but for the rest of the year. Yeah, this is my life. This is everything to me.
Yeah.
This is the biggest week of my life, I think.
Yeah. I don't disagree. I would say it would be. I have the bye. I knocked you out with my 8th straight win. Christian, anything on that matchup? Do you want to chime in?
I will say, if CD does play, I am worried on Mike's team for Pickens. I mean, CD didn't play the second half of the game, and Pickens did nothing.
Didn't you already say that?
Yeah. Well, but Pickens will get more targets. Yeah. All right. So second, before we get into the second game of the week, the halftime break is brought to you by, what was this green tea? Bigelow green tea. I know Phil Sims used to sponsor it, but they dropped him. They picked up this podcast, which was smart. I put a little bit of honey in this. Helps my vocals.
Yeah.
I have to talk a lot through this
episode. You're
episode.
enunciating very well.
I do try to enunciate, but this Bigelow green tea is delicious just with a little spoonful of honey. Maddie, I know you had a sponsor for the halftime.
Yeah, it's a repeating sponsor, but he pays us so much money with today. Time, get a bite.
Yeah.
Get a bite.
Turn into
Go
investor.
buy one in the shop right now.
And where do we find that, Matt? Colin's a big fan. I'm a
have to
big
have
fan of
Colin's
Colin's.
phone
You have
number.
to
You
have his
text
phone
him.
number.
Well, we don't want to give that out.
It's a very exclusive VIP group. You got to have the guy's number.
All right. Well, Colin's the big fan of the show, and I'm a big fan of Colin's. Andy, do you have a halftime sponsor?
Yeah, I got a new sponsor for us. We're gonna sponsor by Tops for this episode. If you want to stuff that stocking, Tops is the way to do it.
That's it. That
Get
was
your
a
buddy
baseball
box.
pack,
That's how
but
it's a
we get-
baseball sponsor.
Well,
football
well,
podcast.
Tops does football. He just had the baseball box. I thought the same
It's a
thing, Matt.
sports
Thank you.
conglomerate.
That's
We're
why he's
sports
not my
podcast.
co-host.
Yeah.
All right. So now, Christian, center stage, right? Hopefully you did some more studying because, frankly, I don't think you were prepared for the first half of this show. So matchup number 2. Cheech versus Nipples. And before I get into the matchup, I got a lot of people chiming in about Chechnya. Chechnya officially, the Chechen Republic, is a de facto semi-independent autonomous republic of Russia. It is situated in the northern Caucasus of the Eastern Europe. Caucasus between the Caspian Sea and the Black Sea. So don't tell me my business. I said it was kind of owned by Russia, which it kind of is, right? Or controlled by Russia. So I was right. I was 99% accurate, I would say. Now, let's get in.
Let's check this out.
Christian, I'm going to give you a couple comments, and then I want you to chime in because this is your game. It's Cheech versus Nipples. Nipples is floundering. His team stinks. He's lost, I think, 3 straight. Am I right, Maddie?
Mm-hmm.
But Christian, you've proved me wrong almost the entire season with Drake May. I don't like Drake May against Buffalo, not at all. But again, you've proved me wrong all season. I highly doubt that CD Lamb's going to play. I just don't see it. And as I mentioned, Drake May's matchup is tough.
CD Lamb practiced today, by the way.
Did you really?
Did that just come off the wire?
Limited participant, less than an hour ago.
See, this is why this show is groundbreaking.
Yep.
Christian, couple questions. Tell me what you think about, and I'll say last comment. I love Bijan this week.
Yep.
Nico and Stafford, the matchups I like. McMullen, whatever, hit or miss. So Christian, tell me what you think about if CD Lamb doesn't play. What are you doing, Matty? You got something to say?
No, wait.
Okay, go ahead, Christian.
If CeeDee Lamb does not play, I'll probably put McMillan in at my wide receiver 2, and then I have a decision at the flex. I don't like Breece Hall this week at all, going on the road against Jacksonville, who has been rolling. And
It's
so
Brees
then I
Hall.
kind of
He's not in
have
your lineup, right?
no, but he would be the flex to throw in if
Brees Hall did
CeeDee's
not
out.
practice today. But
Brees Hall did not
I will
practice
say
today.
though, I'm fully expecting CeeDee Lamb to play. He got this concussion on a Thursday game.
Did you
And
see
I
the
know it
concussion?
looked
No, I
rough.
agree with
Did you
him.
see?
I agree with him.
I saw the concussion.
Okay. All right.
I didn't think he was going to practice.
I
He
didn't think he
practiced in limited capacity today, and he has more than a week to recover.
Yeah.
Okay.
All
And
right.
they have their playoff hopes are on the line. If he's good to go, he's good to go.
Okay, but I'm saying if he doesn't, you're going McMullen.
If he doesn't, I'm going McMillan, and then I have a decision to make in the flex.
And I would say if CD plays, I think Nipples is in trouble. Period. If he doesn't play, and I think McMullen gets over 35, I think Nipples is in trouble. Might even be able to do 25, and Nipples is in trouble. He's lost 3 straight, like I mentioned. His team's not good.
Yep.
Matty, does Kelsey bounce back for that team? I mean, he's got Kelsey in the lineup all year. He's getting old. I love Kelsey, but he's getting old.
He's getting old for sure. I think he does bounce back. He looked horrific. I think 4 or 5 drops last game. It's a divisional game. He usually plays pretty good against the Chargers. Past the last couple of years, he usually dominates them. I think he's going to see 8 or 9 targets, probably 5 or 6 catches. Maybe even a touchdown.
Yep.
But I think the bigger issue for John is that his team is just not good.
See, I look at Johnny's team on paper, and I'm like,
He's starting Chuba Hubbard. It's just bad. And I mean, Jacobs has got a question. I don't know. Really, he didn't practice on Wednesday. That's bad. If he
he's
doesn't
got
play,
Hubbard in the lineup.
I think this is no debate. I think Christian wins. I think with or without CeeDee Lamb this week, it's over. Dr. Average is going to move on.
Wow.
Okay, Andy, you want to add to that?
Tomorrow's game is a big.
Christian, go ahead, Christian. Sorry.
I was saying I think tomorrow's game is a big indicator because if Bijan pops off like I expect him to, and Ibuka just has a mid game, he's going to be so far in a hole. But if Ibuka randomly has those games like he had at the beginning of the season, then it could be a game on Sunday.
Yeah, I wrote in my notes. I like Johnny's team on paper. I agree with you on Hubbard. I look at it and I just shake my head. But his team just doesn't show up week after week. He hasn't had 300 points since week 10. Had 200 last week. Jacobs at Denver, not good. He's questionable on Hubbard in the lineup, like you said, Matty.
I mean, he should take out Hubbard and he should play Mariota.
And like I said, he's going to listen to this. And you gave me that advice earlier in the season about a move, and I made it and I won. But Hubbard in the lineup, Dowdle, right there. I mean, it makes no sense. It makes no sense.
Yep.
But his bench is even worse. It's just awful. So again, if CD is out, it's huge for Nipples. Key to the game would be a key to the game. Matty, give me some other keys to this matchup. And give me some thoughts on the matchup. Then I'll go to Christian, and then I'll go to Andy.
Well, obviously on Johnny's side, like I said before, Jacobs huge question mark. Ibuka, is he going to be that week 1 to 5 week receiver? Or is he going to be how he's been recently? He's been horrible after the injury. I think another big key for Christian is I said it before. I think this Patriots Bills game is going to be a shootout. I think it's going to be a really great game. But we have seen a lot of divisional games that are just do not live up to expectations. They're not fun to watch. He's got 3 guys going in that game. He's got May, he's got Henderson, and he's got Kincaid. If that game's a 14-7 game, I mean it could be bad.
Genius. Wow.
Yeah.
Andy, thoughts on the game?
Yeah, I was going to come on here and talk about how John's lineup is one of the worst playoff rosters I've ever seen in my life.
Bad.
But I think he pulls off the upset this week.
Wow.
And I'll tell you why.
Wow.
I'll tell you why. Emeka Egbuka has been struggling. But the last 4 weeks, he's averaging 8.5 targets a game, and he's scoring less than 16 fantasy points. He dropped a bad touchdown earlier. Easy drop. Matty could have called it. He's the worst athlete I know. I think Egbuka is due in a divisional match. Baker's been struggling. He's been getting the heat, and I think he's due. And Travis Kelce got raked over the coals for last week's performance. He had like 5 drops, and I think he bounces back. He had 1 catch. I think he bounces back in a divisional game versus the Chargers. And I don't know why, He probably won't, but I think he's going to pull off the upset.
Okay.
Can we get a score prediction on Ibuka?
Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
Just curious.
51.5.
Wow.
I can see that. You made some good points. I
Yep.
like that.
And Cheech, I'm gonna give you my prediction. I'm gonna give you the last word on this matchup because it's you versus Nipples.
Oh, real quick, I have some.
Yeah, go ahead.
I have some insight about CeeDee Lamb. I read online that fencing response when they put the hands
Yeah.
up, you see it with Tua Tagovailoa,
Yeah.
actually doesn't mean it's a more severe concussion. It doesn't.
You're
It doesn't mean anything to player. Come on,
What?
That's unbelievable.
it doesn't mean anything to time
furious
off
right
He's
now.
playing Nelly's nipples.
in.
That's the sign. That's got to be
This
the
is
sign. It's got to be the sign.
He's got his head in the cat's butt. All right. So
Oh, he had a cat.
So Andy,
Yes.
I heard there. Oh, get the cats.
I'm telling you,
So I literally was online looking at doing research for this show. A neurologist, which you are not, just to clear the air.
No,
Maddie.
let me.
You're not a neurologist.
Let me clarify.
Tells me when you get go ahead.
Let me
Finish
clarify.
your thoughts. Go
I
ahead.
said the severity is worse. I said in a study with over 60 athletes with the fencing response, they miss on average the same amount of time as a normal concussion.
Okay.
Which
That's
means he
probably
wouldn't
true,
play.
but that is more of league policy versus
Yeah.
real damage. So a neurologist did an interview about CD, and they watched the video, and he said that reaction to a concussion it means it's a deeper into the what's the back that goes down the
Spine?
into the cranium or whatever the back. It's a deeper damage.
Do we know any neurologists that can join the show?
Well, I should find this guy and get him on the show. But he gave an interview and said it's dramatically more severe for the individual if they have that type of reaction.
I apologize.
So,
But I do think he plays.
I think he
can't
does
believe he
too.
practiced. I mean,
I can't believe it either.
They
I can't
said
believe
he
it either.
passed everything.
it's no.
on
It
Tuesday.
Well, maybe he did, but-
says the wide receiver must clear 2 more hurdles. I don't know what those hurdles are, but yeah, I don't know.
All right. Well, we'll look into it and we'll have it for. We'll see. We'll see what happens, right? So, Cheech, you're right about the extra time. I'm going to give you, Cheech. I'm going to give you my prediction, and then I'm going to give you the last word.
All right.
So I actually wrote down Cheech as the winner, but for some reason, Nipples has me thinking he can pull this off. Again, CD is huge. It's 50 to 60 points if he's good, right? So
Yeah.
I like Nipples only if CD doesn't play, and I like Nipples 314 to 298 in a great game. But if CD plays and is healthy, then Cheech all the way. 343 to 314. So I think it's a CD do or die for you, Cheech. And I hope it's a good game. But again, Johnny could lay up a 210.
Oh, yeah.
But to your point, that matchup in Buffalo, in New England is critical. So Christian, the floor is yours. Give me some thoughts. Give me your prediction.
Yeah, so jumping off, I am basically making a bet. I agree with Manny full-heartedly. I think the Patriots-Bills, I don't see the Patriots coming out of the bye and not scoring against the Bills, who have been suspect on defense unless they're playing 44-year-old Aaron Rodgers with a broken hand. So I think that they're going to come out and score points, and the Bills are going to have to match them, and it'll be a shootout.
I agree.
And I look at John's team. I'm not scared about his running backs. Both his starting RB1 and RB2 have bad matchups. The one I'm worried about is Amon-Ra playing angry against the Rams.
He had a broken
could
ankle.
go for 100.
He hit 50 points.
He might
Michael
have
Wilson just had
Exactly.
92 versus the Rams last week.
he might have 90 plus.
Wow.
So
Christian,
that's the scary thing is I'm
to my
going to
point,
need
CD's
Nico to
out
show up.
and he goes nuts. You're in trouble. Yeah.
Yeah. But I think if CD plays, I think you said it, I think I wash him. And if CD doesn't play, I'm just going to need my guys to show up. And I still think I have a good chance because John's team isn't.
Yeah, that's fair. All right, so give me a score, Christian.
With or without CD? I'll do without CD. I'll still win. I'm going to say 315 to John's 264.
Okay. With CD, you crush him.
With CD, it's blowout.
Yeah. Okay. And is that a periodic table to your right, Christian?
Yes.
Hey, I thought so. Okay. Okay. So now,
It's
Christian,
not on
thank
my
you.
camera, so I'm surprised
That's
you
all
can
right.
see it.
Yeah, that's true. And Christian, we're gonna have you chime in at the end because I want your opinion on what I'll call Yankees Red Sox. Ollie Frazier, Duke, North Carolina. Right, same story that we talked about. Keys to the game. Etienne, if he plays, if he's healthy, Andy has a chance, and frankly should win. Right,
Yeah.
his team is better. I don't like starting Warren in RB1. He's going to make changes he already talked about. Here's what I have. Here's my prediction. And I hope it's a close one, Matty.
Mhm.
And I'm going to you next, Matty, so be ready. Andy with Etienne knocks out Mikey in the 11th round, 347 to 311. If no Etienne, it might be too close to call. I'm thinking here's what I wrote. And as I wrote it, I was going crazy. And I'm going to read you word for word from my notes. If no Etienne, too close to call, I'm thinking it comes down to Warren on Monday night, needing 43 points to win it all. And he gets 38. And maybe Boswell, his kicker, misses a 41-yard field goal early in the game, or better yet, 4th and 4 from the 33, and they go for it instead of kicking a field goal, and Andy loses by 5 or 6 points. 311 to 304 for Mikey.
That'd be great.
Right? That sounds exactly like what happens to Andy every year. But I do say, if Etienne's healthy and he plays, I think Andy should win 347 to 311. Matty, give me your thoughts.
Yeah, I tend to agree with you, Dave. I think Andy's gonna. It pains me to say this. It really does. It hurts my stomach. But
He can still blow a second round of the playoff.
I think Andy's gonna win. I don't think Mike's team is that good. I mean, I think, like I said before, I think Allen will have a good game, probably Pickens, but besides that, his roster's just not great. I think what Andy's got to do is he's got to stay out of his own way. He's got to make the right decisions because every year he tinkers and he ruins his year. If he stays out of his way, I think Andy should have no problem this week, though.
Wow. Give me a score, Matty.
I'm going to say, I think his prediction is right on 331, Mike. 298.
Okay.
Yeah.
Andy, give me some thoughts.
Yeah, this stigma around me tinkering, it's not really true,
Definitely true.
but this week I got a lot of tinkering.
You got a lot of work to do. Yeah.
Especially if Marvin Harrison doesn't play, then I got a lot of decisions to make. But I actually think Josh Allen is going to have a huge game versus Buffalo. He tends to play, or versus New England, he tends to play better in big games. You saw it last week in the snow versus the Bengals. Like 2 inches of snow, he's balling out there. But I think I have clearly the better team.
I agree.
But sometimes the better team doesn't win. But I think it's going to live up to the hype. It's going to be Ali Frazier. I win 390 to 382.
390. Mike, first of all, Mike's scoring 382.
382.
Well, I'm scoring 390.
All right. Well,
I could see it.
I could see it. Cheech, any thoughts on the huge matchup game two?
Yeah, no, I like I don't know about the score prediction, but I do think Acham plays, then it doesn't matter how many points Josh Allen scores. He could go for 100.
Wow.
And I still think his combination is better.
All right, so I'll go
Although
to Cheech
if
first.
both
Yep,
the QBs put up duds, then Mike has a chance.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
that's
my QBs
Andrew's
are tough.
one weakness.
Yeah.
My QBs are my weak spot.
All right, Christian. So you beat Nipples, right? Well, I'll go to the other one first. Let's say Andy beats Mike, right? You're in agreement there, right?
Mm-hmm.
He plays Ryan. What happens next round? Who? Just give me a win-loss. We'll go over it next week, but who wins, Ryan or Andy?
I think if Andrew wins this week and then plays against Ryan, I don't know who, one of Ryan and Andrew are putting up a mega dud next week.
Wow.
One of them is going to collapse. I don't know who it's going to be. It could be Ryan. History shows it might be Drew.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, one of them scoring below 275 next week.
Oh. All right, and you play me if you beat Johnny. What happens there?
That might end in a tie. 340 to 340. And then we have to go to a tiebreaker.
I like that. I don't know what we do then. I have no idea what you do then.
I don't know.
I have no idea. So we'll get into next episode. We'll get into the next round of the playoffs, obviously. Maddie, well, let's go to Andy first, and I'll Maddie shut it down. Andy, you win. You beat Mikey. You play Ryan. Thoughts? Have you even looked at your lineup that far into week? What would that
in
be?
the regular
16.
season, I will look ahead, but in the playoffs, I certainly won't look ahead to my lineup. I do know as I was building my lineup, my matchups are really good next week.
Okay.
If I do win out this week, you could check my matchups. They're unbelievable. But I think it's my year. I don't think.
Wow.
I don't think no one year in year out. No one has more pressure on them than me.
That's true.
It's not even close. Matt and Mikey root against me more than they root for their own teams.
Yep.
But I think my team's really good. I think I win it.
Okay, so, and Christian, I'm going to ask you this. It might be too early to do this. I refuse to do it. Andy, you win the championship. What's the name of the league?
Maddie's a fucking loser.
No.
On the family friendly podcast.
Jesus Christmas. Christian, you win the championship. What's the name of the league?
I can't even think about winning the championship. I got to go game at a time here.
Okay, I feel the same way. Maddie asked me. I said I don't know. I might even, out of respect to Maddie, keep it the same because, as I've said the entire year, except for our little tiff at the opening of this episode when he threw me under the bus, he is. I guess he's the greatest fantasy football owner I've ever met. His commentary throughout this season has been nothing but helpful to me and to the league and to other owners. I know they all listen to what you have to say.
Not all.
Maddie, who wins the champ? Who wins next week? And who wins the championship this year?
Like Andy said, I looked at his team for next week. He's got great matchups. He wasn't lying. Ryan's matchups aren't great, but with Ryan's team, you never know. Here's the thing about I'm not gonna go too much into depth with this game, but listen to some of the matchups he's got. He's got Lamar and Derrick Henry on a Sunday night game, and he's got JSN and Devontae on a Thursday night game. Those two games alone could be 200 something points. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I will say, I think when Andy wins this week, which he will, I think he will probably beat Ryan.
Wow.
I know.
Wow.
I think he will.
Wow. Wow. Andy's in the championship.
I won it all.
Andy's got a good team. I will say, whoever.
Can I interrupt you for a second, Matt? I just want to bring to everyone's attention, and I know they know because they watch every episode. Maddie's predictions are awful. Awful. So just, I don't know if you want to celebrate that, but I do love that you put yourself out there, Matt, with that prediction.
I'll say there's no one who wants me to lose worse than the guy to the left.
I know.
So
That's why I appreciate
it's hard
it.
for him to do that.
That's why he's a great co-host.
Well, I wish him luck in the consolation ladder.
Oh,
Thank you.
that's a shot.
I'll take it.
So, Maddie, who does Andy play in the championship?
Well, once Christian wins, we'll be facing you. Listen, I don't know who's gonna win that game.
That's a tough one.
I know.
Those are two good games.
It's
man.
great games. I think whoever does win out of those two will beat this fat loser.
Wow.
I assume you're talking to the person at my right.
Yeah, that one.
And then let me just make a closing Christian, who's it? You don't want to talk about championships or the name of the league next year. I just want to give a closing commentary, and I want three owners' opinion, two core owners. Frankly, I think this is the greatest season we've had for this league. I've only been in the league. This is, I think, my fifth year. Christian shorter than that, but I would say it might be the greatest season I've ever experienced in fantasy football. We're nationwide on the podcast. The teams are well aligned. The matchups are crazy for the playoffs. Other than your hiccup with Pat Jr., and I will tell you, before he gets his ownership approved for next season, there will be tests. There's no doubt about that. We have to do that. It's only fair to the league. But I think it's been an amazing season. I think week one of the playoffs is going to be amazing. Next week could be even better in the championship. I will welcome everybody to the home headquarters of the league for Championship Sunday if they're available. I don't know what the date will be for that. I'm not even sure. And one final, I don't know if you guys want to chime in on my commentary about this year.
It is. It's the greatest. It might be the greatest season I've ever seen. It's definitely the most controversial.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
This league seems to get better every year. I was commissioner for a while, and it kept getting better. And then new operations stepped in, and it continued to get better, which is rare. But yeah, and the podcast adds a lot of value.
Yeah.
We're nationwide. I get stopped on the street. They're like, "Oh,
it's crazy.
you're
I don't.
for the
Yeah, I
podcast."
can't have
I'm
dinner. I
I'm
can't have
taking
dinner.
pictures with people about my fantasy team. They know my whole roster.
I can't have
They
dinner.
know who's my flex this
Yeah.
week. So it's just like it's excellent.
Christian, any thoughts on this season and the greatest fantasy football league on the planet?
Yeah, I mean, as a relatively new owner, I've only been in the league 3 years. This definitely was the most competitive of the last couple years I've been in. I feel like the first year I was in, it was Mikey's all or nothing. He destroyed. Last year, Maddie destroyed, and now both of them aren't really doing much of anything. I don't think Mikey's going to win this week. So
That's right.
I'm just happy there's going to be a new owner, or sorry, a new champion.
Yeah.
And,
been a long
time.
yeah, this is definitely definitely going to be an exciting playoff series for sure.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
So with that, Christian, go ahead, Andy.
I just want to say that people watching at home, we only play for a buy-in of $50.
No,
It's
20.
It's $50 this year.
Was it really?
It's not a steep buy-in. In the past, we paid for $20. You could just tell how much these owners care about this league.
Most of the owners.
And the money means nothing to these owners.
No.
All I want to do is
It's
win
the
this
glory.
league.
I'd pay to
I
win.
lost in the most devastating way ever in another league, and all I care about is that I'm in the playoffs of this league.
I go back to your comment, Andy, maybe week 4 or 5, maybe it was week 6. It's all that matters. If I lose on a Sunday or Monday night, if I wake up, if it's close and I wake up Monday night at 3 a.m. because I fell asleep in a bad Monday night game and I see that somebody has 75 points and I lost by 10, I can't go back to bed. It ruins my week.
Yep.
If I cured cancer on a Wednesday and I lost on Sunday, that week would be nothing to me.
You're curing cancer.
And I could.
Okay. I want to close this episode 19, and we're going to go to historic episode 20 next week.
Wow.
I might have something tomorrow with Mikey to talk about his matchup, and if I can get Nipples on, we might have them on to talk about it. And Maddie, obviously, is my co-host.
Should be 19B.
Is always it should be.
Yeah.
But Christian, why don't you give us a quick next week? Big day for you. What's the odds, Christian? What do you tell me what you're thinking the odds are of passing or this working out for you, and how quickly do you find out after the presentation? And tell the world what you're going through next week.
And I have a question after.
Okay.
After Christian.
Okay, yeah. Next week, I will defend my PhD dissertation. The presentation will be around 45 minutes to an hour. Afterwards, everyone will be able to ask questions, and then the committee will basically kick everyone else out except me and them. They're going to grill me for about 20 to 30 minutes, and then they're going to discuss and make a decision within the next 5 to 10 minutes.
Oh, same day decision.
99.9% of the time, I'm going to pass.
What does that mean?
It means he had a pass-fail class.
It means he's playing Uncle Gary this weekend at PhD.
It's essentially, yeah, you pass, and then...
No, so what do you mean? So, Christian, if you flop sweat and you go back there and you flop sweat, you're still going to pass?
Pretty much, yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, you took all the excitement out of it.
I've been doing this for the last 6 years, and I know about this stuff on the back of my hand. So,
okay.
I'm excited to present this work and defend it. On Maddie's thought before he gets to his question, if I defend and get my doctorate next week, but then lose in the semis, I will be livid.
Livid.
That was going to be my question. It
won't even matter. I'll have a doctorate. I will be so angry.
I would agree.
I was going to say, if you, I don't know what you win your PhD, I don't know what you call it. If you win and you lose on Sunday, is it a good week? It's a horrible week, no?
Horrible week.
Horrible week. No,
horrible week. I lose in the semis. That's no.
More importantly, next week is Aunt Laura's birthday, and we'll be up will be
Yep.
up to see Christian's show.
Oh,
Thank God it's only 45 minutes. But we're going to come up there, Christian. We'll see you for dinner on Aunt Laura's birthday, I believe.
wait,
Real
quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
The presentation is on a Thursday.
Yeah.
That's
Do
ridiculous.
you have anyone playing in the Thursday night game of that next week?
Oh my god.
No, it's in the afternoon. It's in the afternoon. Oh, if it
It's
was
Thursday at 1
I wouldn't
o'clock.
go.
We have plenty of
I
time.
wouldn't go.
Oh, are you
I
on
would
dinner after, or no?
Yeah, but I'll have everything set.
Sports bar, something like that.
Yeah, Christian, actually, maybe
I
we
do
wanna
have
get-
Stafford playing on Thursday night next week.
Oh,
Wow.
Well, maybe it won't matter,
And Ryan
Christian.
will have Devontae.
Maybe it won't matter. Anyway, good luck, Christian,
Oh, I
on
might not
all
even
that.
play
I know you worked hard for all that. I'm sure you'll do fine. But we'll see you up there Wednesday, I believe, right, for Aunt Laura's birthday up in Providence. I think we're going to be. And I think we got a big crowd, so it'll be exciting. So congratulations on that. Good luck. Good luck this week. Andy, any comments closing?
just happy to be on the podcast every time I'm on. It's a pleasure.
I hear you. Good luck. Maddie, anything?
Great episode. Good luck, owners.
Great episode. Good luck. God bless. Love you, boys. Take care of yourselves.